So as I was approaching the roundabout, I said, holy shit, I'm f***ed right now. What's up, guys? It's your boy Hieroglyphics, and I got a little story for you guys today. But before I tell you, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, drop a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe to the channel. It's really gonna help me out. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark as soon as I can, so I'd appreciate it. Woo, man, I love that quick shifter. Never gets boring. That auto blip, man, it's so much fun. So on the first week that I bought this bike, I almost wrecked it. Yeah, you heard me right, I almost wrecked the bike literally a week after I got it. So I was leaving work that night and I decided to take these back roads that I usually never go by, and there's 3 roundabouts in this area. So I completely forgot about the 3rd roundabout, and I ended up going through the first one, going through the second one. Then when I made the right turn onto the pitch black street to approach the 3rd one, I didn't know it was there. So all I saw in the distance was the traffic light. So I ended up gassing it. I didn't go too fast, but I ended up seeing the roundabout way too late. Slammed on the brakes, couldn't stop in time, tried swerving around it. This was going too fast. I ended up swerving to the right just enough so I can avoid the bushes in the middle of the roundabout. I ended up hopping onto it, coming back down, and then hitting the curb right in front of it super hard that I dented the front and the rear rim. Let me tell you right now, most people probably would have gotten nervous and gone right through the bushes in the roundabout. And let's say you were to get through that part, you probably would have ended up going over the bars the moment you hit that curb. Luckily, I have a few years of riding experience, 4 to be exact. Funny enough, the times that I've gone mountain biking actually helped me out to prepare for that situation, as well as the couple times that I went dirt biking on a TTR 90, which is a super tiny dirt bike. So basically what I did was ended up standing up to use my legs as like suspension, so that way when the bike hit the curb, it didn't buck me off the seat. Somehow it all worked out. I avoided the tree to my left, the wall to my right. Luckily there was a lot of space in the middle. So as I was approaching the roundabout, I said, holy shit, I'm f***ed right now. There's absolutely nothing I could do. And then I just, calmed down, relaxed, hit the brakes as much as I could, swerved to the right, hopped on the roundabout, came down, hit the curb, and somehow I didn't drop the bike, didn't crash it. Nothing happened other than me just bending the front and back rim. Man, that was probably one of the sketchiest situations I've ever been on a motorcycle. And hopefully I never go through anything that sketchy. Definitely ride safe. I always try riding safe, always try riding smart. So luckily everything worked out. I ended up taking the rim to a shop where they heated it up with a torch and then bent it back as much as they could. I actually bent the spoke as well. The front was the worst. The back just had a tiny little dent on the lip. That was easily fixed. The front, the spoke was bent, so I'm eventually gonna replace the rim. I actually already have it on order, but Yamaha is so delayed on every single one of their products due to COVID that I have to wait a few more months. Who knows when that's gonna arrive. No vibration, the bike ride's fine, everything's good and everything's Gucci. But yeah, that's really sketchy. So I actually had the low beam on that day, and contrary to popular belief, it's actually not always safe to use your high beams on a motorcycle, because basically it distorts the perception of drivers in front of you, because they just see one giant light and they can't tell whether it's a car or a motorcycle, so they won't know how fast you're actually going, and then by the time they go make the left turn, you've already caught up to them, and then that's it. You ended up T-boning them. Situations where I don't use my high beam would be like a really dark 2-lane road. Like, there's no point to use a high beam, because if I'm the only one with a light and there's another car in the opposite lane coming ahead, like, he's gonna see me easily. There's no need to have a high beam on blinding him. It's better to have a low beam on so he can accurately judge the distance between him and you. But for the most part, I do use the high beam. It just depends on the situation. But it's not always safe, although people always say, oh, use your high beams all the time, doesn't matter. I mean, it's not always the best choice. yeah, so I ended up having the low beam on that night because I really liked the light on this bike. But I ended up noticing a few days after I got the bike that the light actually didn't shine too far ahead. So I felt like at higher speeds, or anywhere between like 60 to 90 miles per hour, I couldn't see too far in front of me. So if there was like some debris in the road, most likely I would have hit it, because I would have seen it way too late. You know, the faster you go, the more time you need to stop and the less time you have to react to things. So with that light beam not pointing high enough, it could set you up for a real bad day, because I could be going, you know, 60 right now, and then out of nowhere there's like debris in the road, and then I see it too late, just like the roundabout, and you end up just eating it. So yeah, this is definitely something you should do. Definitely adjust the headlight on this bike, because it really is too low. You need to aim it higher just so you can see more ahead of you, and that way you don't have to use the high beam all the time. Woo! Man, I never get bored of this bike. Super torquey, super fun. Yeah, a lot of the times I like to downshift and then gas it for no reason. It's just fun. It's the torquey nature of this bike. You have to do it. Alright, so I'm approaching the first roundabout. You can see how dark it is over here in this area. It's pretty dark. But wait till we get closer over there. Low beam, high beam. Low beam, high beam. There's some dark spots on the road, so you might not be able to see some of the medians here. High beam, low beam. High beam, low beam. Look at that, you can't see the curb at all from where I was at. Here's another roundabout. So I went and made this right turn, thinking, okay, I'm good. Let's go over there now and catch that green light, or well, that red light. So I got to about here, and I realized that there's a freaking roundabout. So I tried swerving to the right, ended up avoiding the bushes, hopped on that curb. So sketchy, look how thin it is. Hopped on the curb, came down from the curb, and then banged into this curb hard as hell, bent my rim, somehow went that way. And look, now they actually added lights here. The lights actually work. This was all pitch black. Like, if I turned off my bike, you could actually see here now, but besides that, it was literally pitch black. So somehow I got lucky and didn't dump the bike at all. Went over the curb into the grass, got back on the street somewhere over here, and I said, damn, I am one lucky person. So yeah guys, ride safe, peace out. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so all you're going to need to adjust the headlight is a 5mm Allen key to take off these 4 bolts right here. And then you're going to need a 4mm to take off the 2 bolts that are on either side. Then you just want to gently lift up the head, pick it up, and put it to the side. So then the adjusting screw is right here. You're gonna want to use like a marker or something just to mark where you started from. So I don't have one right now, so I'm gonna make a very slight mark with this Allen key, and that way I know where I started in case I want to readjust it back to stock configuration. So basically, turning it clockwise will move the headlight upwards, and turning it counterclockwise will actually move the headlight down. So I really do like this light. It is pretty small, but it is incredibly bright, especially with the high beam. But if you don't want to have your high beam running all the time, definitely adjust this, because the low beam just doesn't shine far enough and it could set you up for a messed up day. So you might want to test it out at night. You could actually just disconnect the headlamp or the head cover right here with this little clip, and then just take it somewhere dark and adjust it to your liking. Also, quick shout out to Yamaha, because he also posted the headlight adjustment on his channel, which helped me out, so give him a follow. That's how you adjust the headlight on the 2021 Yamaha MT-09. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you guys. Peace out.